Oh man, it's always so incredible to touch base with one of our favorites. Shout out to our last year's winner of the EXCELLA Young Chefs competition, Noland. But it's that time of the year again when we get to celebrate those selfless queens in our lives. Whether you call her mommy dearest, mama bear, or dimamzo, one thing is for sure, that these beauties deserve nothing but pure spoils. Which is why we've decided to mimic their fun and feisty personalities by calling this next segment Twice as Nice with Rice, to honor their sweet and sometimes savory sides.
Yeah.
Now it's all about celebrating mom, and we're doing so with our musical guest, Brad. Now, Brad, you said you're already a mama's boy.
You know, kitchen boy as well.
Kitchen boy as well. So, Dumi, let's help the kitchen boy with a new, fresh recipe.
Yes, I love this recipe because Brad did mention he's never done this before. So we're talking about Twice as Nice. I'm making the savory side of our EXCELLA segment today, and you're making the sweeter side, and you're making a rooibos rice pudding for us today. He's gonna infuse the milk there with the rooibos flavors. So the whole idea is this rice pudding is gonna be rooibos flavored, and you know our mommies love their tea. And as a mother, it is important for me to always make sure that mealtime is great for my family, which is why EXCELLA products are so ideal. You can actually get started, my guy. Don't have to worry about me.
Okay.
I can go on for days. So EXCELLA is the ideal ingredient to use for such things. I mean, we've got it for the rice pudding, which is our sweet element, and I'm using the EXCELLA oil right now, which is what I'll be using for my savory element. It is great to use for any type of dish, and the great thing about it is that it's got a neutral taste, and you don't have to worry about it imparting any type of flavor. All it does, it enhances whatever you're going to be making and cooking. So to start off, I've got my oil in a very hot pan, and that's another great thing about EXCELLA. It's great for cooking, baking, grilling, any of those high heat types of cooking applications. It's great for that. Then I'm going to get started by frying up some onions.
As you do fry up your onions, can you just run us through what's in front of you before we touch base with Brad?
Perfect. I've got some onions over here that I'm going to fry up, get them nice and golden brown. Then I go in with the rest of our aromatics here, which is some ginger and some garlic. And then I'm going to start adding all these vegetables. So whatever you've got in your pantry or whatever mom has and you feel like you can actually want to give her something super for Mother's Day, then you can definitely use any of those type of veggies in there because they just want it to fry up. You don't want it to do too much cooking.
Stunning. Brad, now you are on rice. I nearly called it wife pudding. Well, it might as well be a wife pudding because it'll also make sure that your wife is happy. But you're on rice pudding duty. Yeah. Do you have a sweet tooth?
I do. Yeah. I do have a sweet tooth. Who doesn't? I know. Who doesn't? Really? No ways.
I do not have a sweet tooth. I promise.
No ways.
I don't, but I do love I love bread puddings and I love rice puddings. And what's so special about this rice pudding is that we're using our EXCELLA long grain rice.
Yes, we're using our EXCELLA longer grain rice, and the great thing about that as well is that it cooks fluffy and white every time because you want to make sure that if you're eating something, you want to be sure that what it says, it promises, right? And that's the great thing about it. It cooks nice and soft and white. So what we're doing in essence right now, Palesa, is that we're cooking the rice in the milk mixture. So in essence, it's absorbing all of that rooibos flavor. That
I'm going to make this easy. Why don't we use this, huh?
Let's do that, Pali.
You see, creative in the kitchen. That's what it's all about. Working smart and not hard. And if you want to try this at home, trust me, you can just head over to the Afternoon Express website, and Dumi has given you all the details to whip this up. And just like that, Dumi, as soon as the rice is in, we can expect it to start soaking up those flavors.
So what it's going to do is going to soak up all of that flavors, and we're going to take out the sugar and the egg that he's got there, go in there to basically be the thickening or the ingredient that's going to help it hold its form. And then we put that into the oven to bake for about 30 minutes, and that's it. And this is literally almost ready in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, stunning. Now, Brad, we were talking about the fact that you do have this family structure around you. And as we do warm up to Sunday, which is Mother's Day, how important is always having that support system and that sense of family around you?
Look, one thing that's very important to me is I always say lean not on your own understanding. So, you know, to have that support structure is very important. You know what I mean? So that's how important it is to me. Yeah.
I like that. Lean not on your own understanding. I'm giving kicks away. I feel like I'm in a slam poetry session. Dumi, is that what it's all about? Even when cooking, I suppose, on a day like this, everyone coming together and leaning on each other.
Definitely, Palesa. I'm leaning on him right now to help me with the one dish. I'm leaning on you to help us get all the ingredients. So that's basically what it is. Taking this special Mother's Day and making sure that as much as we lean on them every other day, just to celebrate them on such a day and give them what we feel they deserve, which is a delicious meal.
And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about being better together.
Together.
All right. Now, how much longer on that station, Tumi?
This literally is going to take another 5 minutes, and both dishes are cool. This goes into the oven to bake for 30 minutes, and we're done.
To get this recipe, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za for the full ingredients list. And if you have forgotten how to enter, please check this out as to how you can enter the EXCELLA Young Chefs competition.
We have exciting news for all you up-and-coming chefs. The EXCELLA Young Chef competition is back. If you are a newly qualified chef with a confident personality to be on TV, then enter to stand a chance to compete on Afternoon Express for 15,000 Rand and the title of EXCELLA Young Chef for 2022. Just follow the EXCELLA Young Chef competition link on the Afternoon Express Facebook, Twitter or Instagram pages and upload a video of you sharing your name and a short intro about yourself, where and when you qualified, and describe your signature EXCELLA dish using EXCELLA longer grain rice, EXCELLA sunflower oil, or EXCELLA mayonnaise. Entries close at midday on Friday, the 3rd of June. T's and C's can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za.